Good evening and welcome. I thought I would pop on just to show you the options for our November card class. This class can be taken in person if you're local to me in Brackley, and you can also take it online. If you're in the UK, you can choose to have the box sent to you with all the components in it. If you just want the access to the videos, either because you have got the components already or maybe you live outside the UK, then you can opt just to select the tutorials. So good evening to you. My name's Jenny McCormack. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator and I'm based in the market town of Brackley in Northamptonshire here in the UK. I've chosen to do something slightly different for this month's card class, in that I'm including in the boxes at no extra cost a set of 12 sheets of the autumn papers. Now these have been in short supply, they've literally just come back into stock, and I don't expect them to last very long because they are stunning papers. So rather than offer this as one of the class options, just in case they run out, what I'm going to do is include a quarter of a pack in everybody's box up until the point that they run out. So let me show you these to start with, and then there are two options for the class. There's a winter one and there's a spring design one. So let's run through these really quickly. So these are the autumn papers. There are 48 sheets in a full pack, and there are 12 different designs, double-sided, and you get 4 sheets of each if you buy a full pack. Hi Catherine, I hope you're keeping well. Not sure if you've seen these papers or not. So let me run through these. So obviously very much autumn colours as you would expect, but they've got some fabulous designs and some fabulous backgrounds as well. This is foiled on the reverse side, so you know you get more for your money, as it were. So let me hop through these first. So we've got the lovely scenery here. We've got some knitting, or crochet, it could be a crochet. A lovely scene here with the autumn trees and the path. Now these may be mixed up fronts and backs, so actually no, these are all these are all one side. Some lovely wood grain. Hi Michelle. Again, lovely autumn trees, this time a view down from the top. Some fabric, some pumpkins and gourds, some lovely sets of books. These make great mail cards for any time of year. So like a photographic look of some antique books, some autumn fallen leaves, a leather sofa or chair. This one's stunning with the leaves there, and then some more books. So that's one side, and on the reverse of these we have all of these lovely foiled elements. So they're all gold that I remember. I'm hoping they're not going to reflect too much in my lights. And so we've got some pretty peacock in here. That card is back in stock if you've been waiting for it. I placed an order today. Some copper clay, again with this slightly distressed look, which is really nice. Moody mauve. I hope you're well, Michelle. Some mossy meadow with that sort of knitted look. A beautiful mosaic, rather like the patterns we were creating at Coffee and Cards this week. Just lift it up a little bit for you to see. Some more peacock but with a different mosaic design. different ones. So these make great cards for men. Different mosaic again with the peacock and the mossy meadow. There's that one and that one there with the vanilla. So these are the All About Autumn papers, and if you order my class in a box for November, you'll get a quarter of a pack free of charge in your box. Okay, and these can be used as part of the class. So your two options for November are winter and spring. This is the new Garden Meadow and Meandering Meadow papers. These have just been released as an online exclusive. And then this one here is also an online exclusive that came out earlier in the year. And there are 2 stamp sets and sets of dies that go with these. But I'm also introducing some other elements for your card designs. So let's do the winter ones first. So these are called One Horse Open Sleigh. There's a few little characters on there, but the rest of them are just scenes. So if you're not a massive fan of little characters, animals, you could put your sentiment over that deer, but it does seem a shame to cover him up. He's so sweet. Okay, so I'll run through these, and again you've got scenes on one side in this case, and then you've got some beautiful perfect background designs. Okay, so I'll run through them. So again, you've got 48 sheets in a pack. If you take the class in a box, you get half a pack as part of the class. You can opt to upgrade and have a full pack of papers if you wish. So we've got the deer with the trees. We've got a beautiful snowy scene, an aerial view down the trees. We've got a country cabin tucked away in the snow, tree, and there's a lovely fox there, so not so characterized, more of a natural looking fox. This one here, another scene. Sorry, they've all got mixed around. Trees, and then you've got the reflection there. Christmas cabin. That's the only one that's really Christmassy. The rest could just be winter cards, winter birthdays, for example. Got this one here, and then finally that one there with the trees on the slope. And then if I turn these over, these are the reverse sides, so rather similar to the autumn ones. These are not foiled on the other side. Hi Trudy. But they're great backgrounds, again, especially for men's cards because of the choice of colours, really. So we've got that one in the mossy meadow. We've got a beautiful wood effect, wood grain or bark. Some blue stripes, so we've got a mixture of blues in here, misty meadow for example. We've got some finer designs here, a sweet sorbet, a nice wood grain, a sort of crisscross pattern. You may not be able to see that, I don't know. No, I don't think you can, particularly in the light. Nice crumb cake background, sort of mosaic with old olive and mossy meadow colours. Nice little bit of pool party. We've got this lovely tree background. I've just designed a card using that. And the little blue and the dots. So really versatile. Now with this set there is a stamp set called Horse and Sleigh. And this has the horse and the sleigh stamp. We have some trees, 3 larger sentiments and a small joyful, and then we've got this lovely rabbit or hare, and some falling snow or leaves, and a little bit of ground. So to show you what that looks like, I've just taken one of those card bases, and we did this actually in our summer event when these were just released. So I stamped the horse and the sleigh and coloured those out, and then die cut them and literally just put them onto the scene. Now I can't include the stamped or die cut elements here because we're not allowed to stamp things out and send them out as part of a class. So you can buy the separate horse and sleigh stamps and or dies if you wish. But it's so easy. You can imagine putting that really with almost any of these lovely scenes. Maybe not on the snow. This is the one that I've used there. But you could pop the horse and the sleigh on here. You've got the, wouldn't want to cover up the fox, but you could cut that strip off and have him separate. Be great on this one and on this one. So any of those scenes really. So you can buy the horse and sleigh stamp set, and these have matching dies, as I said before. And if you order these with the class, you do get them at a special price. So there's the die that cuts out the horse and the sleigh stamp. And then you've got assorted trees, you've got some swirls, and also cut out the hare, the trees, and there's some scenery pieces here as well, great for building up scenes. And you've also got the runners for the sleigh that you can cut out in gold or red, for example. So those are options available to you, but if you choose the winter ones, you will get the pack of paper and the dies for, and the die cuts for the cards that I have designed. Just to give you a hint of what those might include, we have this card here, this die here. This is actually from the Aspen Trees die set, and it cuts this beautiful element here, and I can just put this behind, probably not in this colour, but because it's a bit too dark, it's overpowering, but you could have any of the scenes behind this, like so, for example. Okay, but I've decided I'm going to do it lighter than that because that's a little bit overbearing. And the other element is from the dies that match the spring set, and this is the Garden Meadows dies, and you can also imagine this again, not necessarily in this colour, but creating a really pretty window effect looking out to the scenery behind. So really versatile set of dies, and you get the die cuts, as I say, as part of the class. So that's the winter options. These are the spring options, and these papers have just been released literally yesterday, and this comes again as a pack of 48 sheets. You'll get 24 sheets with your class pack. You can upgrade to a complete pack if you like, or you can add another complete pack on. And these are similar in that they are spring scenes. So they were hand painted by the artists at stampinup on a small scale, and then they've been blown up and created into designer series paper. So again, 48 sheets, so there's 12 different designs, and again lots of lovely backgrounds which I'll show you in a second. So we've got this one here, and they're all very spring-like scenes with daffodils and flowers, trees, you name it. So there's that one there. There's this one here. I don't know where these are based on. I mean, they do look quite British. I know they were done obviously over in America, so they could be, you know, American lakes and Canadian lakes, but they do have quite a British feel about them as well. And we have this one here with the pathway going through. And there's some beautiful colours that go with this. So you've got some Highland Heather, you've got Petal Pink, you've got some Peacock in here, and there is some glimmer paper that goes with this. So that will be included as part of the pack. This one here. There's a beautiful one with the blues. We've got blueberry bushel coming through, and Tahitian Tide. This one here. That one with a nice path going through. So many options really to use these. You have that one there, and this one here, which is almost like a field of sunflowers. So that's one side. Let me show you the reverse, and they're a complete mix really. Quite a lot of them have a watercolour feel to them, although these were not painted in watercolour, they were painted in either acrylics or oil, and I apologise because I can't remember. Lovely sky scenes here. And again, some all over ground designs. I hope this is coming out on the screen okay. Some wood effects. And then you can see the natural colours coming out there, some beautiful skies. But you could just use those as a background. Same here. This one would make a good sky as well. Or ground. There's your peacock there, bit of the yellow and some of the green. Now with those papers comes a new stamp set called, as you can see, Garden Meadow. And it has a beautiful set of stamps, including this lovely wheelbarrow. Now the stamps are bigger than you see here, so they're much larger. Well, much larger, sorry, not that much larger. They're shown at 90%, so they're 10% bigger than that. So you've got a watering can, you've got wheelbarrow, you've got some cute little birds, basket, little flowers, so great scenery building designs. Wellington boots, or yeah, just boots, trowel and a fork, a nice set of gates that you can stamp and colour in, but the die set also has a separate gate, and that will be included as part of the dies that you get with your class. So we have 5 sentiments. Every day is a fresh start, thinking of you. Can't imagine having a better friend, a little happy birthday, and a very useful hello. A little bit of grass as well. And then the dies that go with those, called Garden Meadow. There are 15 dies altogether, and again you can buy these when you buy the class. You can buy these at the same time at a special price, and that's just what I offer for people purchasing my class in a box by way of a thank you. So you've got this lovely archway, which is this one here, and it embosses the outside, but it also embosses the inside arch. So you could take that and add some paper to the outside of that if you wished, or you could put paper on the whole thing and then run that through the die cutting machine, and then you'd get both elements, so you could get 2 cards out of one. Obviously it cuts out all of the elements in the stamp set itself, as you would expect. Let's move it out of the light. It cuts out all of these here, including the birds, the Wellingtons, the trowel and the fork, and the baskets. So this is going to appear at a coffee and card at some point. We also have this lovely gate. So as well as cutting out the actual stamped gate, we have this one here, which produces this cute little gate. And then we also have some scenery dies. So this cuts like grass, and then we have this one here and this one here. So you can, it's well stuck. So you can combine those, and they've all got some texture to them, to create scenery behind the gate or to the side of the gate. And if you can imagine, you could mix that in with this here and have your scenery behind or in front, and then you could have that looking out onto your piece here. So lots of options with this. As I said, you will get the die cuts for the designs that I've created, and you'll get these for the winter ones as well, but the colours will be different. But you can imagine, if I just grab one of these winter scenes here, you can imagine having that there as your card, or you could sort of build a scene here with the gate. So lots of options available to you. Make sure I don't lose that piece. Okay, so those are the Garden Meadow dies, and that is the Garden Meadow stamp set, and I think this is going to be very popular. Great for gardeners, of course. A new home card it would work for as well, especially with the everyday is a fresh start. And then to go with those, we have some new embellishments as well. These are dragonflies and birds. And there are 2 different types of birds and a whole series of, oh, I've left one behind for dragonflies. Hope you can see those. Let's lift those up. So you've got small dragonflies here, and then you've got birds flying to the right, and then different ones to the left. And what's lovely about these is, yes, they are self-adhesive and they are gold in colour, but they're completely flat. They're like those self-adhesive discs that we have available. So these are perfect for card making, probably a bit small for scrapbooking. And I've got one little dragonfly that's flown the nest. I'm going to try and recover that one while I remember. So you'll get those with the spring selection. They're not quite as appropriate really for the winter ones. I suppose the birds would be, wouldn't they? So maybe I could incorporate those. Otherwise I was thinking of some plain embellishments for the winter pack. So there we go, that's the introduction for our card class. So I'm busy finalising the designs. As usual, I've got more designs than I need for the class. So I'm just having to narrow them down, which is why I'm not showing you just yet, because not all of them will make the cut. So let me pop those away. So these are available to buy anyway, Garden Meadow, and the Garden Meadow, the dragonflies and the birds. There are also some new other online exclusives along with these papers, so by all means check those out. So we've got the option of spring, well I've called them spring and winter, and then with either option you'll get a pack of these lovely autumn papers included. So you can carry on making scenes with these, but as I said, great for men's cards because you've got books, you've got leaves, you've got trees, and you've got textures. That's the word I wanted. So there we go. So that's our November class in a box. I hope you're able to join us for those, either in person or online. All of my Class in the Box have a video for each project, so each finished design has a separate video that you can watch at your leisure, unlimited access to that. You also have the option of an in-person class if you're local to me here in Brackley. And you can also purchase just the tutorials on their own. What I would say is my tutorials are based on UK sizing of A4 card, and the majority of cases they're measured in centimetres. So if you're watching and order the tutorials from the US, please just bear that in mind. I don't do a service to translate those across it because it just doesn't work. Centimetres, you come up with odd measurements of inches, which just doesn't correlate. And also I don't have American sized card that I can do it with to show you. So with that in mind, thank you so much for joining us. If you're watching this obviously on replay, booking for the class will open tomorrow, the 9th of November. I'm hoping to get all of the projects finalised and photographed. It does take me a little bit of time sometimes to do all the photography. So if you know which one you want, winter, spring, then you can opt for those already. Just send me an email to book your place. If you want to buy both together, then you get those at a discounted price. So you pay £24 for the first class, £20 for any subsequent classes that you add at the same time. You could opt to have 2 sets of winter if you want to, so that would be 44 instead of 48 if you ordered them at the same time. And remember, if you order any of the extra items, you get those at a special price. Thank you so much. I hope you are able to join me for some of the class, and I look forward to crafting with you really soon. Do take care, everyone. Bye for now.